Bardown Beauties with Jesse Pierce and Kirsten Kroll. Two hockey minds trapped in bodies that can't skate. They may have never laced them up, but they'll break it all down with sharp takes and plenty of laughs. This is Hockey Talk, the Beauties way.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? Jesse Pierce, Kirsten Kroll, who we actually are going to call Kirsten the Jumbo Girl, as dubbed by some.
I forgot that was a thing over the weekend.
I did not. We met some Norwegian friends who said she's the girl, the Jumbo Girl, because she's on the Jumbotron. So that, in fact, is what Kirsten's going to be called from now on. It's on point.
Thank you guys.
You guys hear some extra laughter because we are joined by two of our favorite goaltenders on the hockey scene, Maddie Rooney, Nicole Hensley. Round of applause. Ladies, how we doing this morning? Ready to get the season underway here?
Ready to get started. First off, thanks for having us. This is awesome. But yeah, first practice in Grand Casino Arena today to prepare us for Friday. We're looking forward to it.
How many times did you have to practice saying Grand Casino Arena for that mention there?
A lot. Like I did have to think an extra second, so...
Nick, how are you doing? Everything good and fine and well on your end of town?
Yeah, doing well. Excited to get going on Friday.
There we go. As we mentioned, the Frost opening against Toronto on Friday. In fact, we will have a ticket giveaway, 3 4-packs of tickets for Friday's opener. Super excited. Stay tuned to the episode for more details on that, as well as our social channels. Shout out to our friend Joe with the Frost, who hooked us up there, But we're going to keep things simple. Ladies, we could talk about the season. Sure. We know you guys are going to dominate. That's what you do. You're going to come through at the end, back-to-back champs and all. No big deal. I'm more interested in a who's more likely scenarios. We're going to start with some of those. So first one first, easy go-to. Who is more likely to grab the ox in the room?
Neither.
Not one of you is like gung-ho on making sure the vibes and the tunes are immaculate?
I don't think I've ever grabbed the ox in my entire life.
I don't think so. It's once in a blue moon that I
like just because it's too much pressure because people aren't going to like your music taste.
I feel like on game days or even practice days, we're both just like in our zone where someone else needs to deal with that.
That's fair. Honestly, for me, it's too much pressure. So I never like being on music. Also because people yell at me. They don't like listening to what I like to listen to.
You mean Taylor Swift?
Well, yeah, but I also do have other music preferences as well. Little Tate McRae, Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
Little good mix. And Maddie, you're a big Justin Bieber girl, aren't you?
I am, so that's why I can't go on the ox. I don't think people would appreciate it.
Are we old school?
The last time too that we saw you, spoke to you, you've gotten married since then. So congratulations. And I asked because I think I remembered seeing posts on social media of like a Justin Bieber bachelorette party or something.
Yeah, that did occur. Yeah, Nicole was present, roaming the streets of Breckenridge in our Bieber outfits. That was a time.
I love it. It was iconic.
I mean, tell me about the wedding planning then too. How did that go? Fun?
Yeah, it was a little chaotic. Some people say it's a great time planning the wedding. I don't think Carson and I felt that way. It was stressful, but it was an amazing day. So fun to have all of our friends and family there and teammates to celebrate the Walter Cup. The Walter Cup was there, so it was like the after party was a celebration, a continued celebration of the Walter Cup, which was awesome. But it's nice now to like be able to take a breath now before the season starts since it was in September. But great experience overall.
Nick, hard to argue that Walter probably had one of the best summers again of his life.
Yeah, I think Walter reached some new heights. I took him to the top of Pikes Peak in Colorado. Took my famous grandmas with me. They were a hit the night we won and drinking out of the cup and taking shots with the group. So I took them to the top of Pikes Peak with Walter. I think he ate some buffalo wings in Buffalo with some of the girls, and then capped off by obviously being the third wheel, I guess, at Maddie's wedding. So it was a good time.
Incredible. Well, which celebration was more fun, first time around or the second go? Like been there, done that kind of thing, or?
Mine was the second go for obvious reasons. What about you?
I don't know. I think winning it at home the second time was obviously really cool to be able to do it in front of our fans. We had a little taste year one of what that might feel like to do it at home, but yeah, it was obviously an incredible series. And yeah, I think the first year was cool because we were sitting on the blue line like, okay, what's this thing going to look like? Nobody had seen Walter yet. So I think very cool for different reasons.
Well, and in general, you guys had to do it similar fashion too. Do you think we could do it a little easier this third go around to try to get to the playoffs and get the championship at the end? It felt like it was a kind of a rocky road, so it had to be even sweeter once you guys clinched that trophy.
Yeah, I think we probably should not leave it to the last day of the season as we have the past 2 years. But I think kind of just goes to show that if you've got momentum going into the playoffs, that can be really helpful and getting hot at the right time. But yeah, I don't disagree that we should do a little more work in the beginning.
Agreed.
I don't know. As somebody who loves the dramatics of sports, I thought it was great. I don't know. It's your guys' thing now. People are gonna be thrown off.
So you guys mentioned you don't grab the ox because maybe you're more quiet. Who is more likely to not talk on game days? Are you both kind of in that mindset where it's like we're not talking on game days, or are you both chitter chatter?
No, I'm more talkative. She's silent.
Yeah, it was
fair.
actually our preseason game that I played was actually really tough because the locker rooms were small, so we were split D and forwards, and Lee Steckline was not in for that game. So I'm looking around the locker room, and the only person to really ask questions to for the rookies was me, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I was like, I need everyone stop asking me questions. We'll take care of that later. It was actually funny, and I went up to Lee and I was like, man, I had no idea how bad we needed you in the locker room there.
I love that. I can't do this. I'm not.
I can't do this.
Just
Honestly, that's just good self-awareness. That's me before I have any ounce of caffeine in the morning.
yeah, that's true. I feel like you would be more like Nicole, and I'm probably more Maddie. Like I'll just chat and whatever. It's fine. Caffeine or not.
Honestly, probably don't talk to me until I've had coffee. But you guys are in the clear because I'm literally got my 3 shots of espresso in here right now. So we're off to a good start on this Monday. But speaking of going on kind of the same track here, who is more likely to get into a goalie fight?
Not me, Nicole.
I guess me. I don't know. Depends on who's at the other end.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody in mind? Is there an opponent that you're like, you know what, I'm just waiting for her to say something?
No, I just feel like if we were playing the Fleet and Erin's at the other end, like she's one of my really good friends. Like we can't get in the fight, you know. So
That's true.
There's just few options out there that you don't know as, you know, through the years meeting them here or there. So I don't know. You'd be hitting your friend. It'd be weird.
Yeah. And Maddie, you're just a no-go. You're just more of like the strong silent type that you'll just let
Yeah, I don't think I
else...
could do it. Whenever there's like a scrum in front, I kind of just watch quietly.
You're the opposite of like a Jordan Bennington then.
Yes, definitely.
Right. All right. How about score a goalie goal? Who's got the better arm to be able to lift the puck and get it down to the other end of the ice? Have either of you scored a goalie goal? I guess would be the first question.
No. I would need more practice before I attempt that.
Yeah, maybe we'll work on it out there today.
Maybe in goalie practice, that'll be our focus.
Honestly, I think you should. Maybe start off the home opener that way.
Okay.
Start it off on a high.
Yeah.
And then look up into the press box at me and Kirsten and like give us a point and be like, we did it. We did it. We'll all collab. It'll be great.
You know how, before people take like a shot or something, like they point and they're like, this one's for you. And then they right after. That's what we're hoping.
Mid-play.
They tell me there's no cheering in the press box. I'll cheer for that. Absolutely. And speaking of fans of your guys' too, we have a ton of fan questions. Actually, a lot of dads that have some advice that they're seeking for their own goaltending daughters. So you guys will be great at this if you want to take turns or each choose who's better to answer it. But Peter K wants to know, what do you like to do during stoppage of play to recenter and refocus? Asking for my 10U goalie daughter.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Well, it's different between stops and media timeouts. In media timeouts, I'll go over to the bench and just talk shop with Nicole. Sometimes it's about the game, or sometimes it's about a fan in the stands. Just keep things light, I like to do. During like just whistles, I think it's just pretty in the moment. I'll take a few deep breaths and just try to focus on the next play. Always have a focus on the future, not in the past. So just focus on like having a next shot mentality.
Has that always been the MO from Andover up to college and then to Olympics and international play? Is that always kind of what you've been doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've always had that similar mindset. Yes.
Nick?
I'm going to kind of go rogue here and ask like a follow-up question. I also made this mistake with Philip Gustafson. I asked when, warm-ups are happening or like during the game, is there like a certain song that you love to listen to? And he also went rogue and he goes, Not so much one that I love, but one that I absolutely hate. And he goes, Sweet Caroline. So I may or may not be the reason Sweet Caroline got banned from being played at Wild games. So I'm going to ask you guys, is there a song you love to hear during games?
Or hate, and so maybe we'll get it removed from the playlist during the games for you.
There's definitely one I don't like. I don't know the name of it. I don't know. I feel like the XL now, Grand Casino, has always had decent music.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I really listen to it, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't even think of a. I don't know. I guess we get a lot of Taylor Swift, which is kind of fun because it gets the girls like in the
Yeah.
stands love to dance around and stuff to it. So
Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club.
That one is
Yeah.
Yeah, Gus was very, very adamant that he does not like that song. Like, it was like with conviction. He was like, I do not like Sweet Caroline, and I don't want to hear it anymore. And you haven't heard it since at the Grand Casino.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I
I
got
don't
a
know
fun
if we have
text
that kind
from
of
my
pull.
boss.
No, we don't have that kind
You
of
will.
pull.
No, Kirsten works in Game Ops, so she's able to maybe lend an ear and be like, by the way, these guys don't like this song. Can we not play it anymore? So
No, somebody sent it to my boss. My boss sent me a text, and I was like, I, for one, have no idea where this information came from. So that was really fun.
it was a good time. So if you think of it, Maddie, the one that you don't like, just shoot
I will
us a
let you know.
note.
When I hear it, I'm going to look up at the press box and point.
Like, this is not one that I wanted. Getting the train back on the track here, though, here's another fan question from Anita. Since we know there will eventually be additional PWHL expansion teams, are there any non-NHL cities you would like to see considered?
Non-NHL. I don't know. It's hard to think. I feel like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, for me, I think a team in Denver would be cool. I know that's not non-NHL, but I'm excited to go back there this year with our team in March. So, yeah, off the top of my head, that's the only one I got.
I can think of like Alaska doesn't have a team, right? Travel would suck.
That would
but
be
I think the
travel, yeah.
views- yeah, the travel would suck, but the views on the off days, great.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, you got to take that in consideration, right? Like, what does my off day look like in these cities? Like, do I like it? Then I'm completely in. I would consider of like where the NHL teams are considering expanding, right? Like Houston, I think is tossed out there.
I think Quebec City would be
Yes, bring that back
a
there.
good one. Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, because they've got Vancouver, Seattle this year. Do you think they'll go another like Canadian and U.S. probably when they announce the next two? Makes sense.
I would think so, but I don't know.
Maybe go
Yeah.
back to Hartford, get a little women's hockey flair in there, take on the Whalers colors. It's my favorite. It's obsessive. It's so good. Yeah, it'd be fun. I'm curious. I'm excited. How do you guys feel about the expansion team? And actually, this brings into the next question from Jean N. Nicole and Maddie, how do you think the expansion draft affected the teams, mostly the Frost losing Sophie on defense? Who amongst the current defenders do you feel can fill her role?
Yeah, I think we obviously lost a lot of really good players. Soph and Claire, Brooke McQuigg, Cava, like the list just goes on.
The list
and
is
Sharon,
big.
Like,
Yeah.
the list goes on. So I think for us, it's just continuing. Like, I think our mentality in this group's always been like the answers are in our room and trusting and believing in each person to do their job. So I think like you'll see Nat Bookbinder step up this year. I think adding Sydney Morin from Boston is a big pickup for us. Obviously, we're excited to have May back. So I think there's a lot of upside on our back end.
Yeah, it's sad to lose those players and in the locker room too, but this is what we wanted for the league. These teams or the league to continue to expand. So it's also just an exciting time for the league, despite us feeling it personally.
Yeah, right? Who are you guys? I mean, it's probably hard to pick, but AJK also wants to know which teammate lost from expansion will you miss the most? Or is there somebody in the presence that you're going to immediately or already at camp or like, wow, yep, they're not here anymore?
That's hard.
That is hard.
I feel like we lost so many fun
So many.
personalities. Claire Thompson always makes me laugh. Like she just has the most outlandish comments on the bench. So I think she's one that I'm like, oh, that laughter's not gonna be there anymore. And then if you've ever heard Sophie Jakes laugh, like it's the funniest little giggle, and I don't know. I guess I'll miss those are just two off the top of my head that I'd miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be hard to choose for me. They were all great. We're gonna miss them all. And Brooke McQuaig comes to mind too. Like she's a silent assassin.
How so? We need to hear details on this.
Like she's kind of someone who kind of keeps to herself, but on the ice, like she's just so skilled and sneaky, I guess. So I think I just created that nickname for her. That's never been been said, but I'm rolling with it.
Honestly, I love it. I love that so much better than Jumbo Girl. So with a nickname like that for me, would love it. That's sick.
Jumbo Girl for now. We'll find a new one eventually.
Yep. And moving on to another question from Celeste H. This is a fun one. What are the off-ice benefits of your guys' goalie tandem that fans might not be able to see?
Off-ice benefits. Well, you can talk about the Chiefs.
So I think the biggest benefit, I'm a big Chiefs fan. My parents are from there, so we always grew up watching Chiefs games. And every single like big game the Chiefs have ever played in, I usually go to Maddie's house to watch with her and Carson. And I have this spot on the couch, like this cushion, that every time I sit there, they've won 3 Super Bowls sitting there, like AFC Championship games. And we joked last year because we were in Toronto when they were at the Super Bowl, and I was like, they're not going to win because I'm not on my cushion. And we were very correct about that. So I think that's the Chiefs have won 3 Super Bowls because of our friendship. So
yeah, big benefit.
Yeah, that cushion needs to be in the NFL Hall of Fame, I think.
Yeah.
I feel that alone should get you guys invited into the Kelsey family suite.
It seems fair.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll put in a word.
So Maddie's just constantly has third wheels with her in every situation of life. She's got Walter at her wedding. She's got you during the Super Bowl. It's just
I'm not a big football fan, but her and Carson really enjoy. I'm just there for the vibes. I like sports.
Yeah, there you go. That seems fair. Kat E wants to know, I'm a huge gear nerd, and I always want to hear what some of your gear oddities / favorite piece of gear, whatever you want to say about gear, I just want to hear it. So what do you guys got for gear nerd Kat E here?
I'm not a gear nerd at all. I probably couldn't even tell you my equipment specs right now. I think designing the pads are fun. And the helmet too. I work with a painter, and it's always fun to hear their ideas and bring my own ideas to the table. But from a technical specs, couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I guess I could say I got purple sticks this year. I had white sticks last year, so I'm really excited about the purple this year. Yeah, I love working with the painter I work with to design my helmet, and not huge, gear specs person either. I went up a half size this year on my pads, so there's a fact.
There you go. Do you guys redesign your goalie helmets every year? Do goalies tend to do that? I guess I've never really thought about it. It seems like every year, but do you have to do it every year?
I don't think you have to, but you definitely want to.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, right. I get it. Just curious. I always thought about that.
Yeah. Well, too, I was going to ask, when it comes into all of the fun things that you put on your helmet, how much thought do you put into that ahead of time? I feel like that's kind of a big decision. It's with you all season.
I always want to put a lot of thought into it and have these months of thought leading up to painting the mask, but then it comes down to it and I'm scrambling to find ideas. I feel like my masks are typically pretty basic and maybe a few personal details here and there. I think my mask year 1 had an Andover Husky jersey worn on a young girl skating on an outdoor rink. It had the Duluth Bridge in the background since I went to college there. So little details like that I find fun to throw in there. But other than that, it's I keep it more just Frost logo and Minnesota themed.
Okay.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I feel like I like to do 2 sides. So last year I had kind of a woodsy, snowy outdoor theme with 2 red eyes, a Yeti hidden in the background. And then I did the other side was a city view, kind of with the Stone Arch Bridge of Minneapolis. And then over the summer this year, I actually asked Instagram for people to respond, what do you want to see on my helmet this year? And I took one of those ideas. So we'll have to wait and see what it's going to be.
Nice. We'll find out Friday, I'm assuming, or before Friday.
No, it's not quite done yet.
Soon. So soon. That's fine. It's exciting. Stay tuned. Next question. Who is your favorite goalie world shooter from Anonymous? Definitely not a teammate. Definitely not anybody that you guys know wants to know who your favorite goalie world shooter is. Definitely not Kelly Panic.
Definitely not Kelly.
Poor Kelly has been with us for the long haul.
Yeah.
The three of us lived together leading up to the 2018 Olympics when we were training in Florida, which is kind of how the three of us got so close. And then from then, two of Kelly's good friends are goaltenders, so she's generally the one that gets the first text. You want to come shoot on us? And so she's always stepped up and done that. And then I'd say this summer, Claire Buderak, Nat Bookbinder, and Maggie Flaherty, who's with Montreal now, we're kind of our big three. Britta comes out sometimes. Yeah, so we got a big crew that comes and helps.
Mm-hmm.
We have to guilt trip them and say, if you guys would like us to be good this year, you have to help us.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's just smart
I think
play
that's a fair
right there.
trade.
Yeah.
Another one, this might be setting you up here in this next question, Maddie, but it's from Rooney Pub 2025. Who is Maddie's favorite dog that was named after her?
Yeah, definitely their dog. I'm picturing the dog right now on Instagram. I know what it looks like, but so cute. That's fun. I've had a few dogs named Rooney over the years, which I find so cool. I mean, my dog's just named Riley, like so basic. So how fun to be able to name an animal after a player, but it's always fun to see those kind of things. So
I mean, honestly, what an honor. Like, I never realized, like, I would love to have a dog named after me. Like, that's so cool. That's not only happened once, but like multiple times.
It depends on what the dog like looks like and make sure it's like a good dog, right? Like I want a good dog.
Oh, the one that commented, it's cute. It's cute.
Yes, right? Like somebody like, this is the dog that's named after you, and you're like, ooh, yikes, okay. Thank you for that, I think. Like,
yeah.
oh,
Another fun question. What are your guys, it's from Heather A. What are your guys' pregame routines? And do you guys do anything together to prepare for the game?
We I think we do very similar things for the most part. Get there. We usually have our outfits that we like to wear if we're starting. Like you'll see us in similar outfits. And then if we're not starting, then it gets a little more outlandish, I feel like. And then kind of get there, like tape sticks, and then we have a meeting. We generally talk to each other before the meeting, and then Maddie goes and does her thing, and then we rejoin to play sewer with the team. Yeah, but other than that, I feel like we do.
Handshake.
I didn't know if we were going to present that to the world.
Oh, should we not?
No, I think we could.
Okay.
yeah. Breaking news on Bardown Beauties. We have the handshake that everybody's been clamoring for.
Yeah.
I got to see it now.
No, before we go out onto the ice, like in between periods or before warm-ups, whatever, every time we leave the locker room, we literally dab to each other and punch each other in the head, and then we go. No words spoken. We just walk up and do it. Go.
It's a vibe.
Yeah,
like you're ready to go.
I love it.
this.
I also loved Maddie's reaction. She was like, what about the handshake?
Like the rituals are routine to do together. That's the obvious.
That is the obvious one. You're right.
That's great. Braden J wants to know, besides getting scored on, what's the worst thing about being a goalie?
Headshots and practice.
Headshots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess our mistakes show up on the scoreboard versus players' mistakes. They can make a mistake and just go skate off the bench. That's
very
a big
true.
one. Yeah.
But that's what you love about being a goalie, right? Is like you
Yeah,
love
the
being that
pressure.
last line of defense and that kind of thing. I have to imagine. Sounds terrible. Sounds awful. But good for you guys. Thunder Goalie wants to know, were there any points in your development when you almost quit but didn't, and how did you get past it?
I don't know that I ever had one where I almost quit, but I think definitely there are a lot of life lessons in hockey, including being a goaltender. Like you're gonna have bad days and good days, and unfortunately, when you have a bad day, everyone knows. And so I think like the biggest thing I've learned is you can't expect other people to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So I think kind of never getting too high, never getting too low, and just kind of staying within yourself and trusting that you've put the work in to be where you are is kind of something I've learned over the years.
I like it.
Yep, I agree with that mindset. Definitely been highs and lows in my career, in times where going to the rink was a little harder, but just staying in the present. A lot of things have happened in the past. Kind of like I talked about, my mindset on the ice is similar off the ice too. just focusing on not worrying about what has happened and what can I do to set myself up to be the best I can be moving forward, and blocking out that outside noise, kind of like Nicole said, not worrying what other people think about you, and just finding that belief in yourself and that confidence in yourself and not putting too much weight on others' opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. And we've got one last question for you guys, and it's kind of a two-parter. I think it's from somebody with the username Cobrata. And it is when either are in goal and they see the puck sorry, let me start that over because words are hard today. When either are in goal and they see the other struggling to track the puck, what do they say or do to help during breaks in play? And what do you do to get yourself out of a bad mindset when you're struggling to track the puck?
I can think of, this was at a world championship in Denmark a few years ago, and I was playing and I'd let in a goal that I wasn't super happy with, and it was during a TV timeout, and I was doing kind of like my thing that I do kind of by the hash marks, and I happened to look towards the bench and I just see Maddie hanging over the boards, and she just goes and it sounds silly, but it was just like in that moment to have, that just like, hey, you're fine. Like that was super cool moment for me. And I think we do kind of lean on each other in that way to just, if she comes to the bench, I'm generally like, this is a great save, great breakout pass. Like you pick the positive things that you can reinforce. Or say, did you see Aunt T in the stands with her sign? Like stuff like that. Keep it positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Kirsten, we'll start doing that to each other from the board and the press box too. I like that. That'll be good.
Yeah, that works for me. So if I'm on camera and I just go, it's you.
Locked in. We're locked in.
Dialed.
No, I'm writing 2 stories that night because they're going into overtime. Suffice to say, Maddie, Nicole, thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys can catch them at Grand Casino Arena on Friday for the home opener against Toronto. We can't wait. Don't forget, we will have ticket pack giveaways coming up on our social media channels, so stay tuned for that. Maddie, Nicole, thanks so much. This was a ton of fun. We'll definitely get you back on here. We look forward to seeing our shout outs from you guys on the ice as well throughout the course of this Frost season.
Thank you for having us.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that was Maddie and Nicole again. So awesome to have them. I can't wait for the Frost to get underway here. Home opener on Friday.
I know, I'm excited. It's going to be a fun day. Home openers are always so exciting, and it's double the excitement when there's a banner raising too to coincide.
Another banner raising, if you will.
Another banner raising.
Which side are they going to put it on? Are they going to do like opposite? Do you know? Are they doing opposite sides?
Pretty sure they're going right next to each other.
Oh, there you go. I love it. We're back in action. You're back on in arena hosting duties for the Frost for the season.
Back at it.
Just can't escape.
I live at the Grand Casino Arena.
The Grand Casino Arena. We've got one more game in this 5-game homestand for the Minnesota Wild hosting the Carolina Hurricanes. The dreadful 8:50 p.m. puck drop. I'm already exhausted.
I don't want to talk about it.
I know. It's going to be tough. I kind of feel for like Carolina fans. Like usually they do that with like a Anaheim or a San Jose, somebody that's even Colorado would have been better. But for Carolina, that is a 10:50 puck or 9:50 puck drop, almost 10 o'clock. I mean, I think Zach Halverson said it best yesterday when he was leaving the early game, a victory for your Minnesota Wild on Sunday. He was like, I'm leaving at the same time that the game is going to start on Wednesday.
Not even. It's going to start like an hour after the time we left.
Well, he has to stay a little later like I do. So technically, I think we leave it. I didn't leave until close to 9 because he's done.
Okay, so then, you're leaving when the puck's going to drop. I got to leave at like 8.
It's nice. That's nice.
Great. It was nice.
It's nice. The Minnesota Wild putting together a nice little homestand on a 5-game point streak, looking to extend that against the Hurricanes on Wednesday. Kirsten, I think for me, the biggest difference is that the defense has been looking good, which is important when you aren't scoring goals. Power play still not getting there. 5-on-5, the struggles are there. But the defense, which was a concern of mine at the beginning of the year, has really buttoned it up.
They have, and they especially too. I know you had mentioned it. You think the defense plays a tighter game playing in front of Jesper, that's when we really started to see the defense click, was that game against Anaheim. But I mean, they followed it up too against Vegas, playing a tight game again. So yeah, I've been impressed with the defense as of late. It seems like they've been figuring it out. Now, if our offense could just figure out how to get some more of a surge going because we need to stop going into overtime. And if we go into overtime on Wednesday, you will be hearing from me. I will be complaining.
You will be hearing from my lawyers.
Everybody.
I'll be calling the police. Like it's unacceptable.
Yes.
And the big part of the reason the offense isn't going to get going, Marco Rossi, week to week. How much do you think that's going to inevitably affect the team? The plus side, you're getting a Danila Yurov a look higher in the lineup. You have a Liam Ogren recalled because also Vladimir Tarasenko is out. How much is it going to hurt, but also maybe give those opportunities back to the kids that we've been begging for?
I mean, Marco Rossi is a guy that the Minnesota Wild lineup is better when he is in it. So, I mean, it's going to have an impact with him not playing. But also, I don't know if we've seen the full impact of it yet to where we're griping, like, where's Marco Rossi? Because we've been winning, which is good. So it seems like we're figuring it out. But yes, even more so, like, in the interim, like, happy it's not a long-term thing that he's dealing with right now. But happy that we finally get to see the young guys because of this. So I'm hoping for their success as well, so we can continue to get younger and faster. Mm-hmm. I say hopefully.
Hopefully. And I got to give a credit to our guy, Marcus Foligno, too. I think despite he did get he was the second assist on a goal on Sunday night, but still is lacking in the points production column. But as we've said before, I don't need that from Marcus Foligno. A couple goals is great and incredible, but that physicality has returned. And Marcus Foligno is starting to look more like himself. I mean, did you see that open ice hit he had on Sunday night too? It was just perfection. Like, because it's a good, clean hit, heavy hit, hard hit. And that's when you're getting Marcus at his best, when he's in on the forecheck and when he's just playing that very physical game. I mean, I think his line with Trenton has been one of the better lines, again, despite not necessarily scoring all the time. They connected for one on Sunday, as I said. But I'm loving that Marcus Foligno's finding his game too.
Well, absolutely. And it seems like he's more comfortable and also just like he's got the fun back in his game too. Like it's very evident when you watch him out there on the ice. So we knew it was going to happen. We knew he would get back into it. I'm happy it's happening now.
I'm going to admit the other proud thing is I said exactly that to John Hines and he goes, "You're absolutely right, Jesse. I'm seeing what you're seeing." He didn't say absolutely right, but he did say the other words. He said, "You're right. I'm seeing what," and I'm like, "You're right, coach. I'm ready to go down on the bench anytime you need my wisdom," I think, since Bill Guerin still hasn't called me up to be the assistant to the assistant, but neither here nor there. Before we get into our buy or sell and wrap this week's up, I want to remind you guys to go check out sodastick.com, grab some gear. If you don't want to shop online, maybe you're like my mom and you're like, nah, not putting the credit card out on the interwebs, which a little crazy, but that's fine. You can now find Soda Stick in Pure Hockey stores across Minnesota, all 9 different locations, all your Soda Stick faves. Don't miss out. And if you are shopping online, Bardown Beauties at checkout for 15% off. We love them. Kirsten, do you buy or sell that the Minnesota Wild will make the playoffs this year? We're still a week out from Thanksgiving. The chips may fall. The West is strong. The West is tight. But where we're sitting as of today, Monday, 10:37, are you buying or selling that the Wild are in the playoffs this year?
I'm buying it because they've surprised me in a lot of ways, and it seems like now they're getting it together again. So I'm going to be optimistic for once instead of a pessimist, and it's going to continue. And also, you're seeing some of the super hot teams have their own issues, and by that I mean Jack Hughes missing the next 8 weeks because he cut his hand at team dinner. So
what? Like, I'm sorry, I had to giggle because of course it's Jack Hughes. It could have been any one of those other players on the Devils, and people kind of be like, "Oh, Jack Hughes."
Player who's been having a hell of a season.
Which he needed to. He needed to be able to bounce back, right? And he needed to have this big year. He needed to be healthy. And just on a fluke accident, have you seen that the Devils fans are now like leaving bad reviews on the restaurant too?
No, I did not see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that is really tough. The poor restaurant. But yeah, I don't know. You're seeing the hot teams slide a little bit now. Maybe not slide, maybe that's not fair, but things are happening and they're not happening to us. The good things are happening to us now. So.
You're finding out who's a mirage and who is not. I just really like using that word, right? Speaking of that, then you mentioned the New Jersey Devils in the East. Do you buy or sell that the East is overrated and the Cup winner is coming from the West this year?
I'm buying it. The West is too good. West is way too good.
I mean, I was actually surprised at how unenthused I was about Vegas on Sunday. Like they didn't their goaltending is rough. Like that's a tough situation there. And I think Vegas is still obviously going to be very good and in that conversation. But yeah, like I think the teams are all so close. Like we've talked about at length before. Like it's really, really good, then it's pretty good, and then it's good, and then it's like okay, and then it's bad. Whereas it's just really good and bad out east.
Yeah, yes. It's not nearly as competitive as the West.
And then let's do just one more. Yeah, okay. Buy or sell that this team is more fun as an underdog. They should stop pretending they're contenders.
I'm buying it because I love a good underdog story and I love not getting hurt by my expectations.
It's true. Keep it low. Keep it light.
Low and you will never be disappointed.
I mean, the underdog story sells, right? Like that's what we love to write about. So there is definitely kind of some fun in that. It pulls at the heartstrings. That's why you're a sports fan. Makes it a little bit more challenging, I think, also to be a fan of such things. But the Wild are getting it together. I'm not crowning them yet, but I think they're looking better. Wednesday will be another good test, and then kind of a weird road trip before another a couple big ones at home next week too. So we'll see. As always, we'll be there. We'll keep you in the loop. Jesse Pierce, Kirsten Kroll, signing out on behalf of Score North. Don't forget to check out all the other Score North content. They've got football, they've got basketball, they've got baseball, whatever your sports needs, Score North has you covered. And our friends at Soda Stick also as well. We will talk to you guys next week. Thanks to Joe Anderson and the Minnesota Frost for making Maddie and Nicole available. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye.